I'm a job switching motherfucker.
Oh God.
I will switch a job quick. I'm telling you, look at me. My manager can look at me wrong. I'm like, yep, I quit. I'm out. I'm telling you, it's just.
The job market today versus our grandparents.
Oh, that's what I was saying. We just do stuff a little bit smarter. And me and my grandma actually, we jab at each other with this all the time. Because me, I'm a job switching motherfucker.
Oh God.
I will switch a job quick. I'm telling you, look at me. My manager can look at me wrong. I'm like, yep, I quit. I'm out. I'm telling you, it's just why.
Well, you gonna quit? Indeed.
Literally, indeed.
.com.
And I think that's the difference between the job market today and the job market back then. Is because, like I said, my grandma get on me. Oh, you need to stay at a job for 20 years and do all this. And I'm just like, I'm just not doing that. You know, the times are so different. I be at work putting in applications. I be on they clock putting in applications.
Man, you ain't want to stomach her, man.
I'm not finna do no job I do not want to do for no 20 years.
Stupid, man.
And our grandparents stuff, they used to do that. They work at this hot ass meal, no vacations, they ain't even got a water fountain in them.
Oh man, I read an interesting article that in Ireland, it is mandatory that every company give their employees 24 days? 24 days of paid leave and 13 national holidays off.
13 national? Do we even got 13 national holidays here?
Absolutely.
Independence Day, President's Day,
Columbus
Day,
Martin
Luther King Day.
President's
That's
Day.
like a half though.
President's Day.
President's Day. That's like a half.
Christmas and Thanksgiving.
We had 7. Okay.
Jesse Jackson Day.
Jesse Jackson got a day?
No.
I was gonna say I know he on their payroll, but I don't think they gave him a day. Nah, he just happy to be on the payroll.
Nah, you know what, man? I can't think of too many other holidays. I'm not a big holiday celebrator. 13 just sounded like a lot.
13 do sound wild. And I know we got a lot of days that we're not thinking about, but it's just like 13 sound like I got 13 guaranteed. That's 2 weeks.
Plus another 24.
We lucky to get vacation. They got 13 days that they're just off for holidays.
Read up, man. Ireland. Work-life balance law.
I tell you what, boy, we got Indeed. We also got moving apps. We got all type of shit now. Alan, I like the sound of that.
Ireland got something going, man. I gotta read what's the pros and cons.
It definitely sounds easier than switching jobs in America.
Hell yeah.
Just finding the best fit for you is really what we be doing. So what get me though is my grandma always say we lazy is why we don't stay at jobs.
Okay.
Like I be like lazy. That's a rude ass word. Like,
because she doesn't realize the culture.
Like lazy is rude. Like lazy is like you just don't want to work lazy. Or you just, you a bum lazy. I'm just like, these are synonymous terms with lazy.
Lazy is crazy.
Like, and I'm just like, no, we not lazy. It's just we legit aren't just finna do anything. Like,
we have more information than they had. So like back in the day, you were kind of limited to the jobs that you could reach. So like if you didn't drive, you had to pick something in the neighborhood, and everybody didn't have a car. And then even if you did have a car, I mean, it wasn't no GPS or nothing like that. You went in the neighborhoods that you knew.
You filling out paper applications everywhere.
And you weren't about to do 20 paper applications, but you can do 20 Indeed one-touch applications.
One click apply.
In like 30 minutes, if that.
I got 256 sitting in the queue.
See what I'm saying? Like, that's the speed at which we consume and get presented information. And it's so different.
And that's just on one end. Let's look at the job end, the hiring aspect end of it. It's like on my resume, these jobs gonna look at my resume. They ain't gonna look. A human ain't gonna look at it first. So this for the people that don't realize how that works. It's pushing your job app, your resume, through
AI.
Pretty much an AI. And if you got certain keywords, or you didn't answer a question right, you're gonna go ahead and get that automatic response email. Thank you for your consideration in the job. We look forward.
Check denied.
We look forward to hopefully having you in the future. Shit like that. So
an AI generated letter.
Pretty
AI
much.
generated response.
So they're able to hire quicker, and we're able to apply quicker, which makes it just so much simpler than what it used to be. It ain't one person reading all these damn resumes like, damn, you probably ain't even go to college. You ain't worked there.
That's a good point.
Like, nah,
that's how you had to review applications back.
Because if that was me, I'm looking like, Negro, you trying to work here and you did that. It's almost like my man said at the end of the time, shot. You don't know, and if we being honest, back in the day as well, we had to keep in mind about the issues with some of the stuff we dealt with, race wise. So that was another thing I had
racial tension.
I had to remind her of. My grandmother, she was born in the 40s or 30s, somewhere a long time ago.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, we had issues.
Different time.
So it's like I'm like, you couldn't get every job. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't.
That's true.
You just kind of had to do, and I appreciate your sacrifice. Love you to death, and I appreciate that. But we not lazy because of that. We're just y'all sacrifice led us to be smarter about how we conduct business.
They allowed us the opportunity to be able to vet different companies.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you said, "Hey, back in 1950, hey, I'm vetting 3 different employers." Your granddaddy would have looked at you like you was crazy. You better take the job. Whichever one give you a job, you better take it.
Pay the most, take it.
No, I got to figure out which one gives me the best work-life balance, quality of life, pay, which one fits my personality type. Like there's so many different things that we base it off of nowadays. And back then it was just like, hey, go do whatever pays.
Whatever pays the most. They didn't care about nothing else.
No.
If it paid the most, you take it just by default.
And we still have those people. And the way the internet influences that is now you might be making $12 an hour as a XYZ, whatever. Let's say you're a shift manager at Little Caesars. You might see that they pay $15 an hour at McDonald's and say, And they might market that to you. That's different. Your grandparents weren't getting marketed to with wages. So you get a $15 an hour market wage, you're like, all right, cool, I'm going to McDonald's. You go to McDonald's, you work there for a year. You see at Sheetz, they're paying $18.
Same job.
Same job. So what do you do now? Because inflation is happening.
We go easily. It's not even a thought for us. We gonna go.
Yeah.
Whereas the older generation sort of like, no, I've been here so long.
There's some loyalty here.
My 401k might not transfer over. Facts. That's another thing. It transfers over. If it doesn't, you're literally just gonna start another one, and you just take that money out of the other account because it's just different banks, and you just move forward.
That's it.
They didn't even think about things like that. The loyalty was there that it sort of blinded them in a sense.
Now, and with all this opportunity, it does shine a light on those who are lazy. Because there are some lazies, and the lazies back then would just do a bad job for 10 years. Now the lazies just quit. Because they got this information.
He said, so the lazies back then, them just the really bad workers.
Yeah.
That's just Chad. He done wrecked 7 trucks. He done did it all.
He sucked for 10 years.
Terrible. Versus today, you got the people that sit at home and play 2K all day, and they just like, give me a job next week, man. It ain't no thing.
Yeah, all I need is $738 to pay this rent, man, and I'm good. I already got $450. I work another week, I'm good. All I gotta do is keep the rent paid and the internet on.
That is nuts.
I go to my mama's house and eat. That's good, but. Yeah, that's the big difference in the job market nowadays. So old people, old school people, this job market and the people in it are not lazy. They're just more informed. I'm sorry that you don't get that. Who's next?
In other news, Derek Bailey, dude. Do y'all know who Derek Bailey is?
I'm gonna roll a clip.
Dude, it's like a freaking superhero.
Derek Bailey is a black man who learned how to convert every gas running car, emissions-based vehicle, turn it into an electric vehicle.
Any car. That old Chevelle you got in the backyard.
EV.
That Honda that you've been calling a bootleg Honda Hellcat for 10 years. EV. He's turning every car into a Tesla, pretty much.
Or a bootleg Tesla.
I mean, that's still amazing, yo. That's
amazing.
That's some Magneto type, Static Shock type shit, nigga.
The fact that we don't know who he is, but we know who Sexy Red is exactly what's wrong with American society and culture now.
When you sent me that, I was just like, how don't I know? And again, we've talked about algorithms in the past. I would say my algorithm is getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Just used to be a lot of ass shaking on there. You know what I'm saying? It's just regular stuff, sports.
That's not regular, but all right.
Nigga shit.
Okay.
Now it's starting to get to the point with that. And I was just like, how did this just slip? Stuff like that should not slip through the cracks.
No, it should not, though.
Like some stuff, I don't care what's on your algorithm, it should pop up. I don't care what's on there.
Stop showing me Krishan Rock videos and this dude out here converting gas cars into EVs. I don't need to know about Krishan being at Walmart.
Bro is literally going to change the world.
Literally.
He's going to change the world. I just hope they don't, protect this man at all costs. I know how.
We need to find out the company. Wait a minute. Disclaimer. This is not investment advice. Do your own research. Just do not go out and buy this because I said so. But we got to figure out what company that he sells this patent to. That's the company you want to invest in because it's going to start off low with the IPO. And it's going to grow tremendously.
And I'm going to get on that. Cause that's amazing, yo. That's nuts.
Forget Champ Bailey. The greatest Bailey now is Derek Bailey.
There it is.